The next thing to do is to organise a presentation to council. This is a way to get government involved as a partner in the whole initiative, which is really important. You want to have their support.
In British Columbia, local governments have been given a mandate from the province to look after municipal solid waste, and that's defined as basically anything that's normally produced in the household. So we have an interest in reducing the amount of garbage that goes into the landfill so that we can extend the life of it. I think local government has a role in plastic bag campaign, because ultimately what we're talking about is a behavior modification program. We're trying to get people to change their routines, to change their activities. Probably the best group that can change people's behavior is a peer group, the people in the community influencing the people around them.
This is also another great way to involve more people, because you get a lot of media interest that way. So you get the message out there, hey, this is what we're trying to do, get more people involved again. The amount of media attention that we got actually came as quite a surprise. We organised the presentation to council, and of course the local radio stations and newspapers covered it, but then it just went crazy from there. All of a sudden we were on CBC, CTV, the Globe and Mail, in the province, in the Vancouver Sun. The phone was ringing off the hook for quite a while. Another step after that is to start collecting data. Organise your volunteers to collect surveys in local stores, just to see how many people are interested in supporting this, like whether they support going plastic bag free, see what they use plastic bags for currently, and also to establish a baseline to determine how many plastic bags are currently being used so that you can improve on that.
I stood at our local grocery store and collected surveys and responses from local residents to see how they felt about going plastic bag free. We received a lot of positive responses, actually. That was a really good experience, talking to the general public about it.
Well, it was really important to survey the community first, because we weren't sure really where people stood. So we had volunteers, particularly at Ferraro's, some in front of the pet store, some in front of the post office a little bit too, just talking to the residents and asking them how they felt about reusable bags.
They gave us pamphlets, like they made their own pamphlets. So when our people leave our store, we always grab the pamphlet, my cashiers or packers, and put it in their bags. So when they went home, they got to read the pamphlet and say, oh geez, look at what plastic bags do to the community, what they do to the landfill. So with that pamphlet, people started reading it, and then next thing you know, bang, they're buying cloth bags and they're changing their habits, their shopping habits, right? And customers aren't scared. We thought maybe customers were scared to bring their own bags, but that's not the case here at all.
Most people, I think it was 67%, all said they really appreciated bags, they used bags, all that, and then you say, well, did you bring one today? And they'd say, well, no, I forgot. So we realized the gap was that people needed to be reminded to bring their bags. It was an education gap as opposed to an attitude. We didn't have to change people's attitudes. Their attitudes were already there, but we had to do something that would cause them to remember to bring their bags. That was really important.
Education has been a key component of this initiative from the beginning. So we wanted to engage the rest of the community, let them know why plastic bags are a problem, and give them an alternative. So what we decided to do was deliver a free reusable bag to every home in the community. So how did we go about doing this? The first thing we did was we organised an art competition, and this was great because it involved all the schools and local artists as well in designing a Rossland reusable bag.
When I was doing the artwork for my design, which I was so rapt when I won, what I was trying to do was sort of think of the things of Rossland. So we have the red roof church, of course, everybody sees that in all the pictures of Rossland, and it's quite obvious. We have beautiful wildflowers and wildlife, and that's probably one of our main focuses in this campaign anyway. The bear, of course, because we can't get away from our bears, and that brings us to the garbage issue. So I figured that kind of brings a lot into it. And then of course our skier and the mountains, because that's what we're all about here, lifestyle and keeping it beautiful and pristine and keeping the plastic bags out of it.
The next step is, how do you pay for that? So we organised sponsorship. Kathy Moore was our fundraising queen in Rossland, And she went out to all of the local businesses and raised enough money that we could pay for one free reusable bag to be delivered to every home.
Getting sponsorship was really, really important. It was pretty easy to convince people to jump on it because we were printing 3,000 bags, right? They were going to have their logo out on 3,000 bags, one given to every household in the community and then sold in many of the retailers around town.
Well, you know, basically we were approached to be with the option to become a sponsor, and certainly we were glad to do it because, you know, we're glad that the option was there. We're glad that the initiative was taken. You know, a lot of people spent a lot of time doing it, and just happy to support any way we could.
When they came to us about the bags, we jumped on right away because we knew it's going to help us, our business, because it's going to cut down, like I said, 3 pallets a year of buying plastic bags. And then also you're buying cloth bags, but you're breaking even, so it's a win-win for everyone, right? What the problem with the plastic was, all people do with plastic bags is what? Throw them in the garbage. Cloth bags, they put them in their car, and then their friends see them, and then they, you know what I mean? It's just awesome.
One of the projects that we decided to do as the whole project developed was to deliver a non-plastic bag, a reusable bag, to every household in Rossland. And because of my background in education as a teacher and as a school administrator and also as working in the board office, I guess it seemed like a natural fit for me to be part of the school program connection. We got a map of Rossland, we cut it into segments, we got a grade 6 class quite keen about following a map, getting to the right household, delivering that reusable bag, and then also educating the homeowner while they were there.
To have a bag presented for them ready to use, I mean, they, you know, basically makes it easy for them to help along with the cause. The newest bags were a great step because they come in that little compressible pouch so that you can take them with you and then ideally have them with you. That's of course the trick, is to get people's brains to remember to bring the bags.
So this is the bag. It's really great to carry around. It's so tiny, you just fit it in your purse. As soon as I get home, I just toss it back in my purse. It opens right up, and it's a lot stronger than a plastic bag, which is nice. You can carry lots in it, and it doesn't hurt your hands. You can put it on your arm.
As it became more and more common to see people bringing their bags into the stores and to see the little sign on the checkout that said, you know, please use your reusable bag, or to have signs outside this store that said, have you got your reusable bag today? It just became a value of the community, and I think it was reflective of an underlying value.
So when I'm in the produce section, I try to avoid products that are already bagged. So for carrots today, I'm going to grab some of these guys. If I'm only getting a couple of things, I typically just put them straight in the basket and then they'll go straight in my bag. These bags also work really great for fruit. They're really versatile. And they're perfect because you can store these in the fridge as well, and if they get dirty, you just throw them in the washing machine. For produce, I avoid things that are already pre-packaged in styrofoam or plastic, and I use old bread bags for my mushrooms. For bulk food, what I do is I keep reusable bags, such as an old tortilla packet, and I just grab whatever I want that way. What we've done here in Rossland, what we've achieved in communities across British Columbia, it's been an incredible journey. You can start making a difference today.
Most of my customers come in with their reusable bags, and it's almost like they get excited. They're like, I have my bag, and so that I can give them their gold star and say well done, and then off they go. So it's been really good. And then as far as the non-regulars that come in, again, I think they're used to Rossland, or they're enjoying Rossland as a quirky town. So when you talk to them about the plastic bag, more often than not, they're very open to the idea, and more than happy to just put whatever in their purse or jacket pocket. So it's been 99% positive for sure.
Just seeing the education of people in my one little spot is huge. So if big companies could do it, it would make a huge difference, because I know it is having a major effect on people, and I think that is fantastic.
What we're trying to do is get people to think about waste reduction, and the plastic bag, cloth bag is a really good point of entry into having that discussion, because it's a really visible sign. When people are walking down the street with a cloth bag, they are proclaiming that they are active in reducing their waste.
We can't afford our lifestyles. The planet can't afford them. And the other creatures that we share the place with can't afford them. They're dying off because of our overconsumption. We're burning through the environmental capital at a far greater rate than it can be replaced.
As far as maintaining a sustainable lifestyle, I think it's really critical that we continually evaluate what we do on a daily basis and make the important changes that are going to truly make a difference in the end.
By using reusable bags, it empowers people to make those choices in their own lives. And I think every community should go plastic bag free.